So, Melissa, I am curious. This topic is dreaming big and aligning action with our vision. So, I'm going to put you on the hot spot. And you gave me permission before we hit record here. So, I'm glad you gave me permission to ask you this. But I'm really curious. What were you dreaming about this time last year?
Last year, I was dreaming about working with our ideal clients and growing client delivery with our team and our clients in a simplified fashion to help our clients hit their goals faster and be more impactful. And I remember, 2-3 years ago, we went on this journey to simplify. It was kind of a combination of building a more robust client delivery, but simplify it as well. So I think the year before last, we made it robust. So we added in extreme accountability in our delivery of our coaching services. And we nailed that totally. But I think that we overbuilt our systems and the things that we had to do to deliver that. So last year, I went on this journey of how can we simplify this? And the magic in that was pulling in Donna, our client concierge. And Donna, as I've mentioned so many times, is just my rock over in client delivery. She puts our clients first, and she always knows what their needs are and keeps us on track. And the amazing thing about Donna is she will question us and just come back. And we need that because we tend to get caught up, in the day-to-day. And Donna thinks outside of the box and helps us see things that we don't normally think about. And so we came up with this client delivery where our net promoter score, it just went insane. I forget the percentages. Do you remember what they were?
Well, our net promoter score for the last few years has been over 80. Sometimes it's been 100. It's amazing. And just for reference, like the average American company has a net promoter score of 20.
So I had the dream to continue that delivery of services, but really making sure that our clients are getting what they needed. So last year, I was just thinking, how do we continue to honor our 25-hour-a-week work commitment and deliver the same level of services, but streamline the process, just making it easier on our clients and easier on our team. And we've continued to do that throughout this year. And as a matter of fact, even this week, based on some of our client feedback, we really dialed in our action plans that we deliver. So every time a client joins our Better Business, Better Life program, they receive a customized action plan. And some of these are like 16 to 18 pages because we put a lot of detail in there for them. So based off of our client wishes, we came up with a one-pager to summarize these annual and quarterly goals. So we're constantly delivering those services. So I would say I completely fulfilled that dream in client delivery. And it's so exciting to see the outcome of it.
It's so just to share with those listening, the impact of this. So when we're talking about streamlining services, we're talking about business owners who have so much on their plate already, because every business that comes into Tap the Potential is in a high growth mode, and there's things flying around and business owners are very overwhelmed. And so it's really critical that we're able to help them just zero in on, like, here's my highest value, $10,000 an hour activity. I need to take action on this in the next 2 weeks. And then we have our extreme accountability so that they know when they're coming into group, they're going to be held accountable for taking that action. The impact of our focus. And I think if you heard Melissa, like you heard her hold a question, like, how do we streamline this? How do we make it easier? And that's a $10,000 an hour activity when we're creating ease or convenience. And Melissa has a strength around that. She has two strengths that I heard her identify. One is collaboration. She pulled Donna in to get Donna's perspective. And she also has a strength around project management and being able to make things easier and simplify. So the impact of that in June in our Ascension program, which is our highest level in the Better Business, Better Life program, we have 3 levels. We have foundations, executions, and Ascension. And we had people graduating from Ascension, and we were down to 1 member in our Ascension group around June. And now our group is full and overflowing in Ascension. And because people have moved up. And so the impact of what Melissa has done is she's actually moving people through the Better Business, Better Life program faster, at a much more rapid pace than we've ever seen at Tap the Potential. And that's important because when you're in Ascension, it means that you have team that you're building to take on leadership roles. You're able to take extended vacations without the business falling apart, and repeatedly vacation testing and doing 4-week vacations. And that's like, what business owner doesn't want that? And so the faster we can get our clients to that point, the better. And it allows us to serve more people at a deeper level. And that's really what we're striving to do at Tap the Potential. We don't want to just impact 10 business owners. We want to have massive impact on a number of entrepreneurs. So the more people we can help get all the way through our program, the better. And by streamlining this, we're also helping our clients step over problem areas and pain points that they might have otherwise gone through. And that's a big deal.
It is. So I want to jump into my dream for 2025.
Yes. So what are you dreaming about now, Melissa?
Well, this is fun because you don't know what it is.
I know. I know. I'm going to be surprised.
So I am the Chief Dream Officer at Tap the Potential, and we have a program called the Dream Manager Program, and it's based on the Dream Manager book by Matthew Kelly. And over the past couple of years, we've taken many clients through our Dream Storm session, which is the prerequisite for the Dream Manager course. And we did this in person recently during our VIP days. And it's just such an impactful activities. We spend about 45 minutes to an hour discussing the importance of dreaming and getting into that dream space. And then I ask powerful question to guide our participants to rediscovering dreams that they haven't thought of in many years. And some dreams maybe not even identified yet. And then what we do with that information is put it into the vision that they write for their companies. And I've been doing this on some level with their action plans when they join us at Tap the Potential. And Dr. Sabrina, it has had such a monumental impact with our business owners. And I would just love to see everyone going through the Dream Manager program in conjunction with the Better Business, Better Life program, because when you are writing out the vision for your company, you really need to be dreaming first. Mm-hmm. So I would love to hear your thoughts about that. And what part do dreams play into the business vision?
That's such an important point, because I said this the other day in our Ascension group. I don't think there's been a business owner that has entered our Better Business, Better Life program at Tap the Potential with a full vision for the next 3 to 5 years in the company. That is something that just business owners don't do, because when you're in rapid growth mode, you're very much, it feels like you're in survival, like you're just trying to hang on. And so much of what we do in our Better Business, Better Life program is get the business owner out of survival and move them into thriving. And an area that we see that is a consistent struggle is identifying personal goals. Business owners are pretty good at coming up with business goals. And I mean, we can name business goals all day long, but if we don't have a clear vision, how do we know that those business goals are moving us in the direction that we want to move, right? They may just solve a problem that we're dealing with right now, but not be moving us towards our vision. And so what I see happening is when our clients go through Dream Manager, it activates the dreaming again that, we as adults just don't, it's not part of our culture to talk about dreams anymore. I mean, when we're kids, everyone asks us, what do you want to be when you grow up? Well, no one's asking me, what do you want to be when you grow up? They might ask me, what do you want to do when you retire? But even that is kind of like, I don't know. So dreaming is about breathing life back into ourselves. And dreaming ignites our passion. And one of the things that I see happening when we do the Dreamstorm sessions with our clients, especially at VIP days, is it's because it's 30 to 45 minutes long. We're in a forced space where we're contemplating, what do I want? And that's something we don't contemplate much at all. And this becomes very important when we're thinking about our businesses. And if we really want our businesses to get out of survival mode, we have to have a dream and a vision for that business and in the direction we're headed. If we don't have a vision, we are just going through the same, like where you are right now is where you were last year and the year before. And it's like the patterns just keep repeating because there's no clear direction of movement. And when we dream and we create a vision in our business, we're inviting other team members to step into that dream with us. And it becomes a shared dream and it becomes something that we're working on together. It creates collaboration. I think about my relationship with Ned, and one of the most powerful things you did, Melissa, was at one of our retreats. You had took us through dreamstorming, and then you invited us to post our dreams on a piece of paper. Ned posted a dream of having a bison ranch. He also wanted to have an island for me, and I thought that was nice that we'd have a bison ranch and an island because I love the beach. And I was really surprised to hear about the bison ranch. I knew he liked bison. I knew he was into the all like regenerative agriculture, but I got very curious with him about that afterwards. And he started fleshing it out. And one of the things I heard him say is, I don't think it's possible. It's a dream. I don't think it's possible. And we became very careful who we shared that dream with, because there were a lot of naysayers like, at you guys' age, you think you're going to wrangle bison? And it's also very expensive to have a bison ranch. They're not profitable generally. It's very hard to make one profitable. So by the way, profit first and all of that was also a consideration with a bison ranch. But it gave us something to talk about. We spent a lot of time researching it. And we started putting the pieces in place for the how. And it created a shared vision that we were working on together. Even though Ned has passed, and I initially was dreaming, I felt like that big dream that we had together was gone. I am starting to look at what pieces of that really matter to me at this point now, and what opportunities are there for me to pursue some of those things. So it allows us to have a purpose going forward when we dream. It pulls us out of the day-to-day. And most importantly, when we invite people in with our dreams, our safe, supported people, it creates opportunities. Because like Melissa, when we talked with you about that, you said, there's, through the nonprofit world, there's some grants and there's some things that you could access that might support that. And so when we share our dreams and visions with people in our circle that are safe and supportive of dreaming, and you have to be really careful because not everyone is safe and supported around dreaming. There's a lot of naysayers. You will identify resources and opportunities that you did not know previously existed. And that's the best part, especially on a team when you have a vision for the company, and your team members come forward and say, I have a connection, or I know someone who can help with that. And before you know it, what felt like that's really hard or challenging starts to feel more real. So, Melissa, well, I'm curious for you, because this episode is also about aligning action with dreaming. What do you see as you're coaching our clients on not just dreaming and going through the Dream Manager course? How do you, but they're starting to take action. How do you see action aligning with dreams and vision and holding that space for things to unfold? Because they don't always unfold the way we want them to.
Absolutely. The key here is to dream. And some of our listeners may be like Caitlin on our team. When we first started doing this, she didn't have dreams. And that blew my mind. She's my daughter. And I've always been a big dreamer. And from the time I remember being a little girl, there was never any question in my mind about dreaming or that my dreams were going to come true. They may not happen, unfold the way I thought they would, or for the purpose that I was looking for. But dreaming big to me is like breathing. So many of our listeners may be thinking, well, I just don't have any dreams. So it's really important. I want to reassure you that you do. It's about getting into the safe space to be able to reflect, just like you shared in our VIP days. It was a quiet space and a safe space with others who understand you and will support you. But when you identify these dreams, and I encourage everyone to identify dreams with unlimited resources, just like you did, Dr. Sabrina, with the Bison Ranch. Look at this with unlimited resources. And one reason for doing that is because your dreams are yours because they make up who you are.
Okay, say that again, because that is really important.
So your dreams are yours because your dreams are who you are. This is the core essence of your being and the purpose for which you were created. So as you pursue dreams, the Bison Ranch may not come true, but as you're working towards that, there's going to be opportunities for people to insert themselves, for you to learn things along the way, for you to fulfill a purpose that you didn't even realize was there.
Yes.
So get into that dreaming space. It's really critical. And that's where we take those dreams and put them into a vision for your business and your personal life. So when we create a vision, we're creating it professionally and personally. And it's important to create that personal vision because your business really should be supporting it. Here's what happens if you don't. And we've seen this over and over again. We walk our clients through creating a mission, a vision, and a purpose statement for their companies. But when they do it without connecting to their dreams, what happens is it gets watered down, filtered out, and a year later, they're looking back saying, this mission statement, it just doesn't feel right. Or we've chased clients and services and team members that aren't the right fit, that aren't in alignment. So we really walk our clients through that in the Better Business, Better Life program and the Dream Manager program, because we want you to connect with your true purpose. And once we do that, then we break down our dreams into actionable goals. And this is where it's just so vital to seek support. So it's hard to do this on your own. And even at Top the Potential, we have our own coaches.
Yes.
So we're not just relying on ourselves. On the leadership team, we actually have a coaching culture. We coach one another, but then we have outside coaches. So can you speak to the importance of having a coach, Dr.
Oh
Sabrina?
my gosh. Yes. Caitlin and I were just on a call with one of our coaches this week. And because when you're in the thick of things, it's so like we overcomplicate stuff. And I was talking to the coach about one of the challenges that Caitlin and I are seeing. And she said, well, you could do this. And here's an idea. And this might work too. And then before I knew it, obviously, we're not going to do 3 things because we don't have the bandwidth to do 3 things. But it was very easy for Caitlin and I to pick out, oh, that one thing that she suggested moves the needle. And that's a $10,000 an hour activity. And so that outside perspective of somebody who's not in the midst of the weeds, but who knows your weeds, like, we coach our clients, we know their weeds, and can say, hey, quit looking at that weed there. There's a flower over here. It'll make things better for you. Go check out that flower. And just that, like, pulling us up out of it is so, so valuable. And this is what we do with our clients, Melissa, when you're doing the quarterly action plan review with them, because that is an opportunity every quarter to get out of the weeds, look up and say, okay, for this next leg of the journey, this next 3 months, this is the highest value $10,000 an hour activity. This is what's going to create ease everywhere else in the business and in your personal life. So it's that, and you knowing what the vision is and what the dreams are, you are much better positioned to do that than if you don't know what the vision and the dreams are.
Yeah. During our recent VIP days, we identified 68 dreams.
Wow.
And one of our clients put a dream on the board that she wanted to go to Italy. And it was beautiful. And the next day she came in and said, I booked the trip.
Yeah.
And you identified that you wanted to go to the beach and you booked that.
I did.
And, that is so, that's why I wake up every day.
Yes.
It truly is. And every year at Top the Potential on our leadership team, we write our own vision for the year. Mm-hmm. And we have accountability each quarter when we check in. And last quarter, I believe Caitlin and I both said everything on our list is checked off.
Yes. Yep.
And it's so incredible to be in that place. And, we didn't get there by ourselves. We had support. So if anyone is curious about the Dream Manager program and what we're talking about, we've designed this program for business owners as well as team members. And it's a year-long program. It's evergreen, so you can pop in and watch the videos, and then you'll have me to walk you through side by side each month during our coaching time. And it is truly changing lives. We're just identifying and realizing so many dreams, and they're just coming true. And businesses, and most of all, people's lives are changing as they're fulfilling these dreams. So if you would like more information about this, just go over to tapthepotential.com/dream manager, or shoot me an email, even better, Melissa@tapthepotential.com. And I would love to hear what your dreams are, or help you identify dreams that you need some help with. So thank you so much to everyone for tuning in today. And as we hop out, I'm going to leave you with a powerful question. When we're thinking about dreaming and writing out our visions for our businesses, I really want you to think about what you want to experience. So here's a powerful question to kick off your year. What do you want to experience in 2025, both in your business and in your personal life? And how can you start aligning your actions today to make those dreams become a reality? Thank you, everyone, for tuning in.